Guys, it's Lynn. I've been wanting a necklace that was turquoise and silver, and I had purchased this pendant actually some time ago from Temu. So I want a turquoise and silver necklace, so I'm going to make myself one. And I thought I'd share that with you guys. I'm going to do wire wrapping on this one because I want to do some wire wrapping around these stones. So I have my round nose pliers here, and the first thing I'm going to do is mark these with a Sharpie. And the reason I'm doing that is because I want all my loops to be the same size. So what you can do is just mark on your pliers. It will not, oops, got a little crazy there. You can wipe it right off. It won't ruin your pliers or anything. See, that's how easy it is to wipe off. Let's try that again. If you mark your pliers and make all your loops the same size, it just makes your necklace look a little neater. You don't have to do this if you don't want to, for sure. It's just me being, me. Okay. I have my pendant. I bought these rings, I think at Joann's, and they still have them. They came in a package with gold and silver. So I bought those. I just have these little silver spacer beads that I got from Bead Box Bargains, Lord knows when. These turquoise beads I've had forever. I watch Fire Mountain Gems' website, and they put beads on sale so often. And when they put this dyed magnesite on sale, sometimes you can pick up a strand for a buck, or sometimes even less. So, it's another source to pay attention to if you're not aware of that website. It's called Fire Mountain Gems, and they have just about anything you can think of for jewelry making. I have my 20 gauge wire. It's tarnish resistant silver wire. I think it's actually, I think it's copper that's been coated in silver. I'm not 100% sure. But anyway, it's Parawire, which is supposed to be really good about being tarnish resistant. I've pulled out some 10 millimeter jump rings, and I have this big old lobster claw clasp in the shape of a heart that I'm going to use. So I'm going to finish this with chain, and this is chain also I've purchased from Temu. It is paperclip chain. These are larger beads, and I want something that looks a little chunkier because this is going to be worn mostly with like jeans and a white t-shirt, or just really casual clothes, maybe leggings and a shirt or something. I don't know. What I do, I'm going to try something I've never done before this time, y'all. I'm going to try wrapping from the spool. And the reason I'm going to try that is to hopefully not waste as much wire. So what I was doing, this is a wire straightener. You can get these at Michael's or Joann's. Fire Mountain has them. I mean, lots of places have them. And you just hold your wire and pull, and it straightens that wire no matter how, bent or messed up it is. You can pretty much pull anything out of a wire with that tool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start out by threading on beads that I want to wire wrap. So I'm going to put a silver bead, one of these turquoise beads, and another silver spacer. And I'm just going to let those drop down. And then I'm going to take my round nose pliers, and I'm going to do a wrapped loop. So I'm going to give myself maybe inch and a half. Go to there, kink your wire, move your round nose pliers kind of to the corner where the kink is. Come up and over. Turn your pliers around. Move that around onto the back, and then wrap it. And you can do this with your fingers, but if you don't want to do it with your fingers, you can use pliers. Always. Okay? So get yourself a couple of loops there. And then snip off your excess and tuck your tail down. Okay. Now I'm going to drop the beads down to that end. And I don't know if this is going to work or not, y'all, so just bear with me. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that wire and bend it down around that first bead, go behind the turquoise, come around like that, come around that silver bead, and back up, back around. Nope, it's not going to work. That is not going to work the way I want it to. Okay, well, see, the only way you know is to try. And what I have managed to do is waste wire. Shocking, right? Y'all have no idea how much wire I waste. Because I have to check stuff out. I don't want to be stupid. Okay. Whoops. Well, I threw that on the floor. All right, guys, let me grab it. I'll be right back. Okay, let's start over. I'm going to do this the way I know works. And that's pull off a piece of wire. Oh, Lord. See, I do it so you don't have to. I don't know how much it's going to take. I'm going to experiment to start with. So let's do that again. I'm going to make myself a loop, a wrapped loop. Just like I did before. Ooh. Well, I don't know if today's going to be my wire wrap day or not, y'all. Oh, I got that loose. Now, I don't know if you remember, but I showed you before. If you're ever doing a wrap loop and they get loose like that, take your pliers, stick them in the hole of the loop you've just made, put it under the wire, and just slowly squeeze it up. And see what that did? It just tightened that right up. Okay? Cut our tail. Tuck it in. Let's try this again with our beads. Put on one of these, and one of these. Okay. Grab our wire and kink it. Bring it up to the corner. Come up and over. Turn your pliers around. Take the wire to the back. Wrap. And then come down that silver bead, across the turquoise bead, back around the other silver bead, and then just keep going. Bring it on around that bead, lock that in, and then you can cut your wire. And you want to make sure that you cut it with the flush side towards your beads, okay? Because you want that to be flush cut. You don't want it to be sharp. And then tuck that tail in so it can't scratch you. Okay, there we go. There's a wrap. It just adds a little bit of something to your beads. Okay, so I'm going to grab another piece, do it again on the other side, straighten my wire. I'm probably cutting 6 inches. Do our first wrap loop, kink it over the side, go to the corner, up and over, turn your pliers, take it around to the back, and wrap. Cut your excess. Make sure you don't have anything sharp sticking out. If you do, tuck it down. Just run your finger over it to feel, make sure it's smooth, because it does hurt, and it will tear your clothing up too. If you get a, you could snag something. Well, I think maybe I should have done something else today instead of doing wire wrapping. Okay. I want to make that one just like this one just like I did the last one with the same beads. Okay. Kink your wire. Go to the corner. You see I'm putting it right where that mark is. Up and over. Turn your pliers. Take it to the back. Wrap a couple of times. Come down. Keep wrapping. Bring it across that turquoise bead. Go around that silver bead. Okay. And bring that wire on around so you can tuck it down and make it smooth. Okay, just like so. The other thing you're going to want to do is take 2 pairs of pliers and make sure your loops face the same way. You can just twist it so that they face the same way. Okay, I didn't do that on this one, so let me go ahead and grab it and do that. Okay. All right, so we got that. We're going to do 2 more sets of bead wraps, okay? So grab another piece of wire, straighten that wire. Now these beads are smaller, so I'm going to cut a piece that's a little bit smaller than what I was cutting before. Okay, let's make our first loop. Ooh, I almost cut that one short. Be careful, don't cut your wire too short. It's just not worth it. I promise you. Now I'm going to have to really work this one to not waste it. See, I don't have enough to hold on to wrap. So I got to go in with my pliers and maneuver all over an inch of wire. See, it's just not worth it. Okay. Again, make sure you don't have anything sharp. I did have something real sharp there. Just tucking that down. Okay. Put your beads on. Okay. We're going to do our loop. Grab your beads and kink. Come to the corner, get on your mark, come up and over, turn your pliers, wrap. And y'all, I cut it too short. I sure did. Okay, well, these aren't going to have wraps across them. I'm okay with that. I'm not going to throw that wire away. Okay. It does take a while to get to knowing how long to cut your wire, y'all. As long as I've been doing it, I still mess up. That's the way it goes. One more time. And then we're going to put it together. Okay, let's kink. Up, over, turn around. Take it to the back and wrap. I say that in my sleep, y'all. Oh, goodness. The life, it's the life, for sure. Oh, y'all, I tell you what, I'm having to watch the weather. Those tropical storms are stacking up out in the Atlantic. I dread this time of year every year. Because you just never know. Those storms can be so unpredictable. Last year was awful. I hope it's not like that this year. Okay, guys. All right. All right, you guys, we have our wraps done. So now we're going to put it together. I'm going to take a jump ring. Wow. These are so well done, I can't even see the cut. These are 10 millimeter 20 gauge jump rings. And all I'm going to do is just loop this stuff together. Just like this. These rounds make this go a long way. Oh, shoot. See what happens when you don't get your jump ring closed? Oh, goodness. I thought I had it, but I didn't. That's the hard thing about big jump rings. You'll think you've got them and you might not because they're just so big. I thought about getting up and going to the beach this morning, but it is already so hot I cannot bring myself to do it. I should, because my creativity has been a little on the slow side. So I need to do something to clear my head and get inspired. Oh my gosh, you guys, I've been watching some YouTube videos of people doing resin, and that just fascinates me. I want to try it, but I'm scared. My friend Wendy Whitman does beautiful things with resin, and I really want to try it, but I have so much going on already. The last thing I should do is get into something else. I need it like I need a hole in the head. You ever get that way? You think, oh, I just really need to do that. I want to do it. And then once you do, it's like, I'm afraid that's what it'll be. And, it's a bit of an investment to get into a new type of crafting. I mean, the materials, the tools and products that you need to do it. I mean, there's a lot to it. So I want to get a smaller jump ring to attach my pendant to that circle. I don't want it hanging as low as these are. So I'm just grabbing a small jump ring to put it on. Okay, I'm just going to hang him right off of this. Okay. And this is how it's going to look. I'm just going to put the chain on, and look at that. That's kind of cute, right? And then my necklace is going to be done, but I am going to have to go measure and all that kind of stuff, and I won't do that. Well, actually I can, because I know you want to see it completed. So let me not be lazy. Let me do it right and show you how it's going to look. So let me measure. Where's my tape? Here it is. It's 11 inches. I want it to be 20 to 21, so I'm going to cut 10 inches of chain. And for this is really heavy chain, so I'm going to use my memory wire cutters for that, because that will ruin a pair of cutters. Trust me. Let's just get right here. Okay. Cut him right here. Oh, gosh, was all I could do to cut it, y'all. That chain is strong. Whew. That was hard to cut. And I got to cut it again because I got to cut it in half. Let's see where we need to cut it. Doggone it. All I'm doing is just taking a needle and holding up, oh shoot, both of the final links on the chain. And this one right here is the odd man out, so I need to cut him off. I want to make sure I get the right link. Oh, gosh. Actually hurt myself. Oh, Lord. I'm just sitting here entertaining myself, y'all. I got a piece of chain stuck here. I got to get it off if I can. Well, I have to. Okay. All right, now I think I'm going to use a little bit smaller jump rings for this to attach it. I don't think I want those big, big ones. So I want one of him and one of him. Okay. I don't use as big of a jump ring for the lobster claw as I do for, wait a minute. Okay, let's put our lobster claw on chain. And I know I've told y'all this before, but on my necklaces, because I'm right-handed, I like the lobster claw to be on the right-hand side. It's easier for me. You do it how you want it. But that's how I like it. I don't mind putting the chain on with the big jump rings. I just don't want to, I don't think I want to put the clasp on with that big one. Okay. And then a big jump ring at the end for the lobster claw to close onto. Look at that. It's all done. Well, y'all, I finally got my silver and turquoise necklace. Oh, gosh. And I like it. All right, you guys. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Take good care of yourselves. I'll see you on the next video, okay? Bye-bye.